If you find happiness in what you do, like, you're happy. For me, I was able to find something that I really love doing. And I think that, you know, if you could think about that for yourself, finding something that makes you money and makes you happy at the same time, you win. You win.
Hey you! Don't watch that! Watch this! This is the heavy, heavy monster sound! The nuttiest sound around! So if you're coming up the street and you're beginning to feel the heat, well listen, buster, you...
Become my go-to exercise on the weekend, riding my bike. Usually get out and ride anywhere between 10 and 20 miles. Today it's cold though, so I don't know how far I'm gonna ride, but out here at the beach, campground, pretty awesome day. It's Saturday. Whew. Okay, I got a biker, dude. I ride my bike to the campground. Back here at Carlsbad campground. It is a cold day out here. Check out these clouds. Going from like 100 the other day to this is nuts. This campground's fun every Easter, spring break time. It just gets packed, but it gets sold out. There's a waiting list. You can't get in here if you wanted to, but there's got these beastly motorhomes like that rolling through here. It's a fun place. There's probably room for like 200 campers or so like that to come down here. And then there's obviously access to the beach and all that as well. Alright guys, how you doing? It is Thursday morning. I am on my way out to Temecula this morning to teach a back-to-back double header class-wise. We're doing two classes. The first one is going to be more of an online format for our private Facebook group of agent-centrics, and it is all about going deeper on Facebook Live. In today's class, we're going to be talking about how to edit your post, how to download your video, and how to share that Facebook Live video on other platforms like YouTube and Instagram and things like that, so you can kind of get more reach. And then the other class we're doing is actually live. We call it a tech lab, but technically it's kind of like a lunch and learn, just a different way of thinking about it. And the class is about MailChimp. So we're gonna talk about how to set it up, how to create content for it, and just some of the kind of unique things that MailChimp allows you to do with your CRM and other platforms that it syncs to. So pretty cool. So if you want more info about our Agent-Centrics group, send me a message. I'd love to tell you more about it. Anyway, on my way to Temecula. It is 78 here in Carlsbad, so it's gotta be a hot, warm April day in Temecula. I'm excited for the warmth. All right guys, just pulling into Temecula here and enjoyed the drive. But as I was driving, I was listening to this book and it was talking about happiness and joy and doing the things that you really love in your life versus sticking in a career and picking something that you're gonna do for the rest of your life, okay? And I wanna get a little bit deeper into that. But the thing that triggered this in my mind is I was listening to this audio and all these people that I've driven by and I've kind of looked in the window to see who it is, they're all like 65 plus years old. And the reason that I think that this is happening is because all these dudes who are driving these motorhomes and going somewhere right now, they've waited their whole life and they've saved up their whole entire life for this $100,000, $200,000, even $1 million vehicle that they're driving right now, right? Like, these things are super expensive. And they were so excited to get to this point in their life where they could afford this vehicle, and now they're taking the time to actually do something that they love. They worked their whole life to get to this one point. And I want to go a little bit deeper on that. All right, this goes to prove my exact point. This car right here, I love this car. It's a G550. It doesn't even have the license plate on it yet. Guys, this is a $200,000 car. I love this car. I'd love to own this car someday. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Pretty sweet ride. But by driving something that's actually in my price range, it allows me to do other things. It allows me to put my money back into my business. It allows me to do things that don't keep me strapped to having to make $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year just to afford a lifestyle that I'd love to live. I can live off less money, which means I can do more things and expand more and build more and create more. All right, so let's just assume that you put down 20% down on that car, okay? That would be $50,000. That means you're going to finance about $200,000, which I don't even know if that's possible. I've never looked at anything like that, but that would basically be probably about a monthly payment of $3,000. $3,000 would literally allow you to rent this whole office space that I'm in right now. So with $3,000 a month now on top of your overhead that you've got to pay just for a freaking car payment, and trust me guys, like, that would be worth it. I love that car. It's so freaking awesome. But I know that by having a $3,000 payment in your business right now, or having to add that much overhead to your business, is going to slow you down. What could you do with office space like this if you have $3,000 a month to spend? You could grow a freaking team. Look at all this space. It is freaking hot out here. I think my thermometer on my car said it's 98 degrees. I'm gonna go grab a drink. Okay, so if you have $3,000 literally to spend on a car payment, what else could you be doing with that money for your business? The thing is that so many people leverage their debt. They build up their lifestyle to afford just barely what they are making. Think about it. If you kept living on that $30,000 life, and I know that's not possible for everywhere because you have kids and you have to have a bigger house and you have to spend more money on food, but if you can keep your living expenses at a range that makes sense and still be happy, what could you be doing with all this extra money? Okay? So when you get to that point in your age and you're 65 years old and you can drop $100,000 on some beast of a motorhome, got to that point, you've made it, right? And along that whole way, what did you do to get there? What did you have to sacrifice? Did you sacrifice and save so that you could buy this someday and you knew that that was on your radar, that that was on your mind? Or did you go and buy that $250,000 awesome G550 at a young age and spend all your money and leverage yourself and do things that put you into more and more debt? Try to lower your costs. Try to live within your means. Do things that spend less money in life so that you can be more happy. You're probably living your life or spending your money on things to make somebody else happy and not you. So think about where your money is going. Think about how you're dropping each dollar and go spend it on something that's actually going to make you happy. So consider finding ways to bring happiness to you now so that you don't have to spend this money on things that are going to bring you temporal happiness. And if you're just in the moment to enjoy it, what's the lifetime value of that happiness? I think if you can focus on creating memories and finding joy in the life that you live on a day-to-day basis, do something that you are passionate about, that you're excited about, something that can bring you joy right now, and then you don't have to go spend money to find happiness somewhere else. Find a way to find the joys in your life that are going to bring you happiness so that you can enjoy your life for what it is, spend less money so that you can set it aside for later in life, so that you can give it away, to give some to your family, to take care of your kids, and to actually be able to afford to eat when you're older. That's the biggest thing. I don't want you to work until you're 80. I want you to be able to retire someday. I want you to be able to have a life that allows you to do that. And if you want to work till the day you die because you enjoy it so much, then do that too. But find out what makes you happy and do that one thing.